what is Project Sparta and IT Practicum? The class and the Project Sparta are designed to help you gain practical, workforce-ready experience before you graduate from your major. We do this by providing service learning to nonprofits in the local community. Because one of the reasons that I do practicum is that you guys are young and you often don't understand what your particular career choice really means. What does it really mean to be a systems administrator? What does it really mean to be a webmaster or to do desktop support? Practicum gives you an opportunity to find out what that career choice really means and whether or not it works for you. In a safe environment where you're allowed to make mistakes, where you have a lot of support, not just from me, but from your senior level students on the project as well as from Tom Turner, and to decide, is this really where I want to go in this industry?
I mean, my personal example is this site. I knew a little bit about HTML, a little bit about CSS when I became the senior webmaster. The only thing I really knew is that we needed a site redesign.
I came to Challenger last spring, and I was coming for a position that I had no idea about. It's called PCI compliance.
I am Antonio Arango. I am the database administrator. I also I am also a messaging administrator at the Children's Campaign.
I started in there, I had really zero experience in being a webmaster.
And so the first thing that I had to do was I ended up going in there and had to set up the entire network to be able to handle it. Switching out VLAN, setting up holes in the firewall, all that good stuff. Had absolutely no idea what I was doing.
The schedule, you'll see that I'm a creative writing major. So when you see creative writing major, like, oh no, he probably doesn't know what like a keyboard is or how to plug anything in.
And when I went over there, met them, they took me around the office and showed me, everything I would be doing. They showed me the server I'd be working with. Of course, when I saw the server and what they were talking about, my eyes just went like that. I'm like, wow, you're putting me in charge of a server. I know nothing. Are you guys insane?
But when I came to Practicum, one of the interesting things was that my first project didn't work out. And that's really one of the things that Practicum's all about. I went into this one thing and it was like entrepreneurial sort of setting, and it wasn't for me, it wasn't for the rest of the group either, and we ended up getting out of that. And that's what Practicum's about. It's about finding what you like, what you don't like, what you're good at, what you're not good at. Because then once you find your marketable skills and you're good at them and you like what you're doing, you become very highly successful and motivated. And that's kind of what my experience at Challenger's been.
And a lot of times, as an intern, you're usually just the person that runs around, and then the people all the way up there are the ones talking and making decisions. But that's not what happened to me. What's happening to me is I'm actually right up there talking with Linda, talking with the people who are trying to sell the products and trying to figure out what they're trying to sell, what they're actually giving us. And that's an experience I don't think I would learn in regular life.
And from that point on, after I joined with Campus Compact, it was probably the best decision I could have made. It actually made me push myself beyond not just the grade. For me, Practicum is not about the grade anymore. It's about my work with Campus Compact, what I do over there for them.
And that's the story of Practicum, because Practicum gives you practical experience, on-the-job training, the freedom to mess up, as others have said, and also an environment that just encourages you to find your niche in the IT world.